Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I do want to give all honor and all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, from whom I've learned this 100% truth salutation. To the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth, again, shalom, my brother Kapasha. Coming to you once again, Lord willing. This will be with a brief lesson, Lord willing. This lesson will be edifying. I'm gonna go right into it because just like all the men that are teaching the 100% truth, starting with the head apostles of GMS, of Great Millstone, the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, all right on down to the local camps. You know, we already know what the real deal is. We already know what the truth is because, we already know that every nation cannot be saved. And we don't preach that nonsense. And we don't accept that nonsense. And we don't associate ourselves with anyone who does believe such false doctrine as that. Because, as it says in Amos, can two walk together except they be agreed? Let me get that real quick. Because how you gonna, be around someone? You might have been all right with them while you were in the world, but once we, the Lord has revealed this truth to us, we choose our associates and our friends carefully. You see, it says here, I'm gonna go right to the point. Amos 3:3 reads, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" You see, no. Why would you want to associate yourself with someone who don't believe what the MOTB is the charagma, the Sihil? You see, why would you want to associate yourself and be buddy and pal with someone who believes that everyone can be saved and teaches such nonsense? You see, that's not congruent. That's kind of a big word, but it's not, it don't line up. In other words, you see? So here we have it. So here we have it. We do not associate ourselves with someone. We already know that, salvation is only for Israel. Let me get this scripture for you. This is Jeremiah 3:23. Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly is the Lord our power. Yahweh Ba'Shem, our power is the salvation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American. These, hills and mountains usually represents governments, and nations, so to speak. So, but all the other nations, they don't get salvation. Only Israel get the salvation, and that's why we understand that. You see, so that's the reason we come out here and tell our people to continue to repent. Salvation is for Israel, and it's only for the elect on this side. It's not for everybody either. You see, and let me get this and let's go to Romans 9:3. It'll tell you point blank, period, what who salvation is for. You see, Romans. Let's get that. Let's go there. Romans 9 and I don't even. Me personally, I don't even associate with my family like that because I check on my aunts and things of that nature, the ones that are still living, and from time to time. But I don't go to no cookouts. I don't go to no, none of their parties or any of that social gathering, because I know who they're going to be praying to. They're going to be praying to, Jesus Christ, who is a false god, and I don't want to be any part of that. All right. So here we have it. Let me get this. Romans 9:3 read, "For I wish," this is Paul talking, to the Israelites in Rome. It says here, "For I could wish what it says. Yeah, this is Romans 9:3. For I could wish that myself were accused from a curse from Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. So you got to be an Israelite by blood, by flesh. You see, you are the seed of your father, and if your father is, of the 12 tribes of one of the 12 tribes of Jacob, of Israel, then you are an Israelite. You see, not according to your mother. It's only according to your father, because women don't have seeds. You see, all right. They have eggs, but they don't have seeds. The seed come from the man, the sperma. All right. It reads here, 9:4 reads, who are Israelites. See, let me read it from the top again and read it on through. It says here, Romans 9:3 reads, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites. You see, you got to be an Israelite. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, by blood. You got to be, you can't be somewhat like, how you cut your hand and the other one cut their hand and say you blood brothers, to a heathen or Edomite, You can't do that. That's not blood. A heathen and an Israelite, are not the same people. You see, it says here, let me read this again. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, you see, and the glory. I got it, yeah, I got it. All right. Salaki. A little bit of disturbance. It says here, this reads here, Romans 9:3 from the top again. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption. You see, to be adopted is to be bring back into, the right relationship with Yahweh Shem Shah, but you still have to be of that blood. You see, you still have to be an Israelite. You come from your father, the seed. Your father has the seed, and if when he mate with your mother or his wife or woman, and he, regardless of whether she's an Edomite or Elamite or whatever, she's a woman, and she Moabite, a Japhite, whatever. If your father is an Israelite, then you're an Israelite. Whether you are, you're an Israelite, whether you are a man or whether you come out a woman. You see, all right. So hopefully we got that set, and this is who the adoption is for. It's not for the heathens. You see. All right. Reads here. It says here, for who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises. We've been promised the kingdom of heaven. You see, we've been given the oracles, the law. You see, we've been given the covenant. Let's go there. Only the Israelites been given the covenant. No other nation. Let me get that in Psalms 147. Let's go there real quick. This is just an impromptu. I just want to get this lesson out. Get these little epistles out, every day to feed the flock, because that's what we do. The elect men, the hopeful elect, do this because we're working, out our own our salvation with fear and trembling. We fear Yahweh Shem Shah. We say we love him, so therefore we must keep his commandment. How are you going to love the Lord and you're not doing anything he commands us to do? All right. It reads here, Psalms 147:19 reads, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. You see, that's right. He didn't give these laws, statutes, and commandments for the heathen nations to live by. He gave them to Israel. You see, only Israel. So therefore, only Israel is the one that's been given the covenant, the agreement. It was a blood sacrifice on Mount Sinai. You see? So this is just a little something, a little quick something, impromptu, so to speak. Let's go here to, let's see what, let's go to 1 Corinthians 15. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. And I might end it there. This is just something quick, y'all. An impromptu like thing. Corinthians 15 and let's go with 1 Corinthians 15 and let's see, where was that? Where was it? 15 and 51. Let's see what I got there. Okay. I don't know why I put that there. Oh, that ain't too cool. That's not a good one. Why I put that there? That's about victory over death and the income. Change. Yeah, I'm not going to use that one. That's not one I would want. Well, let's go to Isaiah 45 and 17. Let's just keep it. Isaiah 45 and 17, Israel. Isaiah 45 and 17 reads, and I'm going to probably end it right there. Since 45 and 17 reads. Let's go. Let's see. Is there such a... Let's try. Oh, have mercy. Isaiah 45 and 17 reads. It reads. What does it read? And the residue, Isaiah 45 and 17. 45 and 17 reads. All right, it reads. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end. Oh, that's power there. That's power, Israel. It says Israel. It didn't say any of those heathen nations. It didn't say Edom. It didn't say Moab. It didn't say Ammon. Nor did it say, Ham. It didn't say any of those heathen nations. Elam. It didn't say any of those nations. It says Israel. It said, let me read that again. It says here. Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. We're going to be saved. The elect are this first time around, and ultimately all of Israel, with an everlasting salvation. That means, man, we're going to be in rulership. We're never going to have to, there won't be any want in our need or anything in our life again. We'll never die. We'll be supernatural. We got all the beauty, we got all the wonderful things coming to us. We have a great inheritance. As so much so that the other nations are just pure jealous and envying of us as Israelites. You see, that's why they hate us so, because we're the chosen. Don't you know that, Israel? So why not give up this life on this side and gain everlasting life through Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai? You see? So it's for you, Israel. It's not for the other heathen nations. And they know this. You see, the elites know this. You see? So what do it's a no-brainer. Give up all of this. Give up your homes. Give up your families. Give up everything and trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and get that everlasting life and to receive that everlasting life. You see? So I hope you were edified to some degree. It's just a little encouragement. That's all it is. I want to continue to encourage the Akim and the Akwa, to keep right on going with 10 toes down, teaching and believing and trusting and having your faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. All right, with that, I hope you were edified to some degree. Lord willing, you were. I'm going to end it right there. Before I end it, I must give all honor and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, whom I've learned is 100% true. Salutations to the hopefully elect who are listening, who are learning, and shalom to the sisters, the elect sisters, who are listening and learning in silence, keeping the order to the best of their ability. Again, shalom. Yes, sir.